Among the three most significant changes certainly are the fact that everything has been influenced by the expansion of computer technology, international communications, and automation. When I joined this company 45 years ago, the computer was just beginning to come into its own. Satellite technology is coming into its own. We now communicate daily, in fact, hourly, between the offices, and registration, recordation, licensing, all the things that we do as a flag state administration are done internationally between the offices 24 hours a day. None of that was possible 45 years ago. That's quite remarkable. The third thing that I would mention as a significant change is the actual technology by which ships are built and are regulated is completely different. Ships now they may look the same kind of way that they did when they were, say, 45 years ago, but the fact is that these ships inside are very different. You still need human beings to run the ships and to do all the things that involved in marine safety. But much more of it now is automated to a degree that we didn't dream was possible 45 years ago. Another thing that I would like to mention, which I think is extremely important, is that ships are a lot safer today than they were 45 years ago. Ships were having accidents, ships were blowing up. People were having a great deal of difficulty adapting to the handling of cargo. So you had fires and explosions. Collisions were frequent. There was much greater loss of life at sea than there is now. It's a very dramatic change. Ships are a lot safer. And I think we can claim a lot of credit for that in the industry. And we're very proud of that fact. I think the greatest achievement that we can all point to in our company, and it's not a personal one on my part at all, is the bringing the service to the client's doorstep. 45 years ago, you had to hire, if you were in the shipping industry, you had to hire lawyers to actually deal with a flag state. That's not so today. Today, you can do everything you need to do to register a ship, record a mortgage, get licensing for your crew. All the administrative work can be done really from a desktop. Communications is a great deal, as I mentioned before, a part of all that. But it's also true that we had to develop an entirely new concept of service to the shipping industry, to the ship owner, to the bank, the lender, to the seafarer. All of this kind of service was only just a glimmer in people's minds then. We're experts in it now. Well, I think it's an exciting business. I have several bits of advice. I'll tell you what advice I would give. First of all, we don't have enough people in the industry. There's a tremendous shortage of talent and labor. Not only we don't have enough seafarers, we're not training enough seafarers. There's going to be a need for more of them, women as well as men. We need better and more academic training, and I've tried to encourage that by endowing teaching scholarships at maritime academies here in the United States, including the Coast Guard. Like a lot of really old ancient industries, we still sometimes find ourselves caught off guard by technical change and by the need to train people in technical change. If I were going into this business now, I would go to someplace that has a naval architecture curriculum. And because of these changes that are taking place in ship design, because of the need for different engines, the engines of tomorrow, in fact, almost today, are going to be burning things like with natural gas. Not everything is. A lot of things will be recognizably the same as they were not only 45 years ago, but even 100 years ago. It's interesting how since the beginning of steel and iron construction of ships, not that much has changed in terms of the function of a ship. But what we're seeing now is really a quantum leap into the future of shipping, where our ships are going to look very different. I can tell you about my experiences. I've had a number of jobs going back to when I left law school in 1968. I became a member of the New York Bar in 1969. I got my degree in June of 68 here in New York. I had to learn pretty much by flying by the seat of my pants. I did have some mentors. I had Herb Lord, who was a wonderful guy, who was my first boss, and he taught me a great deal. And by the time I got to international registries in 1976, I had learned basically a great deal about maritime law, about registrations, and about litigation. But it came hard. I'll be very honest with you. I try to mentor our staff in the New York office, and I make sure that every hire gets a chance to do a little bit of everything that we do in the New York office. I think that's what mentorship is all about.